Well, well, well. It's another Friday night, and it's 7 o'clock, so you know where your computer should be? Yes, on life. Yes, indeed. Another beautiful day in the neighborhood. So, let me start this day off with a shout out to all my friends, family, and new family, the ones that have came into my life and have become part of my family. I want to say I love you, I miss you, and I hope you're doing well. And that goes out to Genghis Khan, AKS, and to Crick D. Maybe I see you tonight. And the gym. And there's a lot of people out there, like Jared, the Diamond Man. No, not that Diamond Man. This one just picks it up off the corner street, you know. You gotta watch him though. But he gives you a good deal, whether it's real or not. Anyway, nice guy. So, I just wanted to shout my shout out to my friends that I miss and to let them know that I care about them. You know, I always tell you to do that, and sometimes even I forget. And so I just wanted to stop and pay my respect and pay my love. So, on with the show. Of course, you know I have to do a disclaimer. So let me get this one out of the way. Welcome to life. My name is CC and Crick D. We are the producer of this show. The things you will hear over the next length of this show represents the views of life and the people making them. All opinions and all quotations in no way represents River West Radio and are the sole responsibility of the producer, that's me and Crick D, the guest, that's you, and anyone that's in the studio that's on the show. At the present time, there is no one, so it's just you. But you're welcome to call in and give me your opinion. And the callers, oh yeah, there you are. River West Radio is not liable for any legal issues arising from the contents of this program. And I have to say, neither am I. I'm so poor I can't pay attention. So if there's something you don't like that I said, or something you don't like that your guest has said, hey, sue me and we'll both be broke, along with my creditors. You know, the ones that call you and say, hey, pronounce your name wrong. When someone calls you and pronounce your name wrong, you know it's a creditor. Anyway, so if you're going to sue, can't sue River West, you can sue me. I can take it because I ain't got nothing to give you. So let's roll on down the line. If there's anyone out there that want to talk to me tonight, the phone number is 935-2951. Call me, and you can be part of this show. So, I hope the last weekend was a good one, because right after the show, we had a fundraiser, a River West Radio fundraiser, and if you wasn't there, you missed it. I mean, it was wall-to-wall fun and entertainment. It was done in the finesse and the style of River West. You know, how they throw their festivals, how they throw their bicycle runs, how they throw their motorcycle shows, how they just get together and have fun with the family. So, we had everyone on the radio do their bits on stage. and it was fantastic. Fantastic. And I guarantee you would have had fun if you had been there. And if you was there, you know what I'm talking about. So, if you missed it, maybe next year. Or who knows? River West Radio might throw in another party somewhere down the line. Hmm. Maybe life might do it also. But please do come to the next one and have some fun and enjoy and see what this radio show station has to offer to one and all. So, last Friday, unfortunately, or was it fortunately? That was an interesting concept. Didn't get in until 4 o'clock in the morning. Of course, the party was already registered as from 8 o'clock until God knows when. And you know what? I didn't think I was going to stay out that late. So God knew more than I did. But I had a fantastic time. I got to sit around with the radio family. I got to chit chat. I got to trade information. I got to meet some of the voices that I've heard, although I didn't get the opportunity to see them before. And then some older people when I was doing stand-up comedy showed up, you know, and to represent River West Radio. And he wasn't even part of the River West Radio. Well, maybe he is. But let me do a shout out to him anyway. Dale, Dale, how you doing? So, yep, that's his name. Strange, isn't it? Well, actually, maybe not his name, but it's the name that I call him. So his real name is O'Day. But with my phonics, it's Deo. I like it. And that's what matters. So it's been a rough week for me. You know, unfortunately, I am in the process of seeking other employment. Now, I'm still going to be on the radio, but I'm seeking other employment. You know, spreading my wings. Or actually, I'm walking almost. Still got enough of gas, though. But when the gas run out, I'm going to walk. So, but I had fun. I had a great time. And it was one major ride of fun, entertainment, and a learning experience with this company. And I was blessed to run as long as I did run. And I am very thankful that they kept me for so long. Matter of fact, let me say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Yes. So, have you heard your kids lately? You should. You should grab them and tell them you love them. Because you never can tell. You never can tell. So don't be one of the ones that said, man, I wish I had told him I love him. Or scrambling into the hospital just to tell him you love him. Every chance you get, you should tell your family member how much they mean to you. Truthfully. Because when they walk out of sight, unfortunately, that may be the last thing that you say to them. But if they come back in sight, You know, you already told them how much you love them, and they know. You know, and please stop and do that. I had a friend call me from Illinois, and he's one of my closest friends, you know, and a family member. His name is Ted. Um, he has a, if you're ever in Aurora, Illinois, it's Triads Auto Power. You can buy a car from him. Outstanding man that stands behind his automobiles. But anyway, we always sit around when I was around him, and we talk about things about life, about how we should treat our kids. And he's a very open person, and so yeah, he's one of the ones that hugs and kisses kids all the time. You know, even the ones that are 22 years old, and tells them he loves them. And he called me up to tell me that his son had went out the house, and half an hour later, they got a call and they went to the hospital, and he had been pronounced dead on arrival. Unfortunately, someone stabbed him 7 times, and he don't know who did it. You know, senseless violence. But as things would be, he lived. They revived him, and he lived. And his dad, of course, is very, very happy over it. But one of the things that his son said when he seen his dad was, "I love you." Now, what goes around comes around. And how sweet was that? Especially for his dad. For me, for hearing it, I enjoyed it. But for his dad to hear it, it was priceless. And I'm pretty sure as life rolls on down the line, that they won't mention their love to each other at least every day, as they already do. But it was just something of that nature to reinforce what he already was doing. And since I mentioned you, Ted, say hi to Lovey 1 and Lovey 2. Tell him I love him. You know, as his mom and his life of his love of his life, his wife. That's Lovey 2. So I got that out, and I'm hoping that you would take this to heart and take another look at your family, how you interact with each other. You know, do you still stop and sit down and eat? I mean, as a unit, you know, I don't care. I do care, but hey, who am I? If you're sitting down with a bunch of McDonald bags at the table, it's sitting down together. That's what counts. And hopefully down the line you get better nutrition than McDonald's. No offense on McDonald's. You know, your product does what it's supposed to do. Make you money. Okay? That's a good thing. You employ a lot of people. You know. So, at least White Castle named their burgers right. Sliders. So, anyway, yes, sit around and talk. You know, I know that, you know, we sometimes get wrapped up in the sports. Or maybe that movie.
Is it locked up outside?
But that's all right. Share it with the family. So, if there's anyone that wants to say anything or has an opinion or just want to say hi, you know, call me at 935-2951. 935-2951. If not, then you're going to listen to me talk a lot more. So I spend this last week sitting on the front porch with this nice fall evening and enjoying my neighbors, and including my new neighbors is just moving in across the street. I thought if they listened to me on the radio, but welcome. And then after they get situated, I will walk over to introduce myself and welcome them to the neighborhood. You know, they got a beautiful house because that was one I wanted to buy. You know, so this is going to be a rough evening for me because my whole, you know, situation of life has took a different road. And can I say that it did not throw me off balance? Well, yes, it actually threw me off balance. But I never expect something to throw me off balance as this has. And so, normally, you know, in my interaction with my fellow friends and family, I would come up with materials to talk about. They were great for it. You know. So, this week, I ain't got the material. Nobody asked me no witty questions because I was mostly enjoying myself, I guess. So if you have any witty questions that you want to bring to me, bring them to me. Gee, if you got any questions, period, bring them to me. You know. Well, let me see if my phone is on. Yeah, it's on. And you know what? I finally learned how to work this thing. Took a little while, but I did. So if you call this time, I won't chop here. Maybe. Who knows? But give me that phone call. 935-2951. You know, so I had a lot of spare time on my hand this week. So I went browsing. You know, drove around and went looking for things. Went out on the other side of Muskego off on 100 Avenue. I mean, out in the boonies. I mean, seriously, it's the boonies. I mean, it's it's so far out there, man. They had to pipe sunlight in and moonshine out. But I was out there and ran across this quaint antique shop. I had been there once before. I forgot all about it. You know, because I don't go out that far. And I stopped in. It just took me back in time. Actually made me feel good. Because it gave me the opportunity to remember where I come from. And gave me the opportunity to realize how lucky I am. I mean, the toys that I had, they sell them. They still got them. That's the point. It's walking back in time. Antique radios, floor models, and mantelpiece, clocks, floor models, grandfather clocks, mantelpiece, Star Wars, Star Trek, Jean-Luc Picard, Captain Kirk, even Scotty. It is just an atmosphere of beauty. Ooh, I seen so many toys in there and stuff that said American made. Where can you go and see a lot of stuff that said American made these days? Even Wally World don't have that many stuff in there with American made. Oh, excuse me. In Illinois, Wally World is Walmart to you. To us, it's Wally World. We're going to Wally World because you can get everything and all that, you know. But anyway, but the prices are outstanding for the antiques. I mean, I have not ran across an antique store, and I've been in quite a few antique stores or collectible stores that they actually are priced right. Well, maybe a little cheaper than normal. I don't want to say that to them. Well, they don't listen to me anyway. But the prices are right. Their radios range from $80 to $100. Nice looking. I mean, radio and stereo. You know, you pull the doors open and it flop down. Remember those with the round shape and the mahogany wood with all the carvings in it, or the bubble radio where the glass comes out in a half moon circle with the big hands and the big dial. That was for those old people that couldn't see and wanted to know what radio station it was going to. But it is things like that that you should stop and take a look at. Because when I looked at it, yes, it did take me back to my childhood. It did take me back from where I was raised. And after I looked at it, I realized how far I have came, how much I have accomplished. It must have been meant to be. And so, in return, I do miss the work. I do miss the people. But I do not fear the future. And I can enjoy to the fullest what I've already received. So antique stores and collectibles, such like that, um, does that to me. And I'm very, very glad that it takes something so simple to make me happy. You know, I can't say if it's going to be antiques for you, but there's something out there that can touch your heart. They can take you back to the times when life was simpler. Can take you back to times when you could stop and enjoy your family. You know, when you could walk down the sidewalks with your family, with your lady hand in hand at night, and just admiring the city, or being down by the waterfront. You know, those what make life truly what life is all about. You know, so go out for a winter walk. You know, go to the park. Take in the beauties of the changing of the leaves. Dress for it, and it's beautiful. Don't dress for it, and it's miserable. So dress for it. And see the changing of the time. Like, I would say, stop and smell the roses, but they're gone now. They're almost. Maybe there might be a hardy one out there hanging around. If it is, hey, whoever owns it, stop and smell it. But I know we got a frost coming in. So I think all the roses in this area are going to sleep. But grab that one that touches your heart. Grab that one that puts the sparks in your eyes. Or grab the one that used to put the sparks in your eyes. If she used to put the sparks in your eyes, she still can. If you take time to rekindle. And there's nothing wrong with taking time to rekindle. You know. Nowadays, you know, we're in a throwaway society. And we start throwing stuff away and we get in a habit of throwing stuff away. And next thing you know, you're throwing the most valuable thing that you had away. You think you're going to get you a new model. You know, and your new model is going to make your life better. You know, well, I want to tell you, you know, if it's running good, just correct it. Don't go for the payments. Enjoy what you have. Because she has put up with all of your headaches. That new lady haven't smelled your funky feet yet. Them nasty socks or shoes you lay down by the foot of the bed. She haven't smelled that yet. She might not put up with that. You know, you all and we all have little quirks, little things that we do that would irk a lot of other people, but our ladies stand by us. 'Cause she know all she gotta do is throw a little Epsom salt into them shoes and they'll stop stinking. Heck, the young girl don't even know what Epsom salt is. So rekindle that love that you once had. Because theoretically, and I mean seriously, theoretically, it's cheaper to keep her. It really is, you know, because she knows where all your money's at, okay? And her lawyer will too. So, you know, but hey, ladies, the guys are getting the same way, you know. It's a equalized world in this day and age. You want to dump him? Sometime you gonna have to pay for him, you know. And it's just not it's not worth it. You done ran this gauntlet, run it to the end. And if you rekindle it, if you work it, and work it good, it'll be a beautiful thing again. Because you can only receive what you put in. And if you're running around with an old grudge, you're running around with something that he did or something that she did or something you think he did or something you think she did, find out. But if you think it's something that she did, you better look at your own self first and see what you have done. And if you think it's something that he has done, take a look at yourself and see what you have done. It's not a perfect world, and we're not perfect people. We try our best to enjoy, and be truthful. But like everything else, we're in a throwaway society, and people throw truthfulness away. How often do we sell our soul cheap? Yes, indeed. And then after everything hits the fan, we're going to act like Urkel. Did I do that? And then the younger kids are doing like, what's his name? Shaggy. It wasn't me. So those are the escape routes. But if you play it right, you don't need an escape route. If you play it right, you don't need nothing because you have everything. So work on that relationship. And that's not only with your lady, that's with your kids. So we don't walk through time and space of life. We don't walk through some of the obnoxiousness of life. And we'll walk through some of the perils of life. So why don't you take the time and call life? 935-2951. Call me. And that goes to the Chicago, Illinois suburbs, St. Charles people. And of course, Wisconsin. Because I'm a WPIB. I'm a Wisconsin PIB. And I'm very proud to be one too. So, this has been an interesting, one-sided night. I am doing the talking. You know, there's a good possibility there's no one out there. Yes, that's a possibility. It could be a possibility that I am talking to air. All the computers are turned to some other station or some other place. Home shopping center, Facebook. What's these other ones? You know the ones. And you're not listening to me. So, I am talking to myself in space. Interesting. Wait a minute. Someone would be listening because I'm talking to nobody, but I'm hearing what I say. So I guess I am listening. So at least I have one person listening to me, and that's me. Gee. Is it okay if I go over and form an opinion against myself? You know, take the other side of the fence? Can I do that? Can it be done? Can I criticize myself on my show? Nah. Sounded good though. If there's anybody out there, enjoy. You know. So, you know, River West Radio sets off of Center Street and River West. And I'm pretty sure there are people who live close to here, don't even know it exists. Doesn't even know it exists. They have rolled through here and don't know it exists. Well, not the radio station, just River West. We need to be more aware of our surrounding. Because the more aware of our surrounding, the more chances we have to find things that will satisfy our palates. Because if you want to stay within that little circle that you are comfortable with, it will become stale. The same things, like the little boxes made out of Tiki Talks, and they all look the same. So, expand your horizon. Go for the stars. Maybe you won't make it to the stars. Like I say, you can make it to the top of the mountain. It looks awful good from there. And it gives you a platform for your kids to go to the stars. But don't settle for less. So I'm just sitting here, wasting my time. Ah, girl, waiting for someone to call and become part of my time. And I just want to spend some time to have a conversation with you. So just dial me, call me, text me, do anything you want to. as long as I talk to you. Just 9352951. That's 9352951. So, you know what? If there is somebody out there, check and see how many times I say so you can tell me, so I can know, so I can try to curtail so much. So, that's a job for you to look into, if you don't mind. And then you can turn around and tell me how many times. Because I'm going to try to give you a better show as we go. So, on with the show. You know, I did have people say they had questions for me. Oh, yeah, I will call you and ask you that question. Those of you who said they would call and ask me, come on, call and ask me the question. Not necessarily mean they're going to be able to answer it, but it'd be interesting to find out. If you don't have a phone, use your neighbors. There's very few people out here without a phone. If you have a shout out that you want to give somebody, call up. I won't say they're one of my listeners, but you can shout out their name on the show. You know, then you can come back and have them listen to the show. You know. But there's nothing I can say about that anymore. You know, right now I'm just rambling on. Because actually this snuck up on me awful quick for me. With nothing to judge it by. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a ticket. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, it just snuck on me because I didn't have no reference to tell me what day it was. So the week went by real quick. I mean, real quick. And yesterday, oh, beautiful, beautiful. The day is lovely. The day is one of the days to make you appreciate yesterday. But then those are you out there that really love this type of day, and yesterday was a lousy day to you. As you consider lousy, but it wasn't lousy because you would have to have it to compare what today is about. You know, this is a day that you like, but, you know, so it can never be lousy. It's just a comparison. It might be rougher than what you want it to be, but as a comparison to what you want, it's a good thing. You gotta have them. You know, was that dinosaur babies? You gotta love them. Yep. So that's what it's all about. Well, so my friends, and all of my mysterious, silent listeners, we're coming up on the downside. And those of you who are still with me are probably saying, hurrah, 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 hurrah. Well, that's okay too. I've had my good days, I've had my bad days. This is a day to make me appreciate whatever day it is. But I do appreciate it because I'm here. So, did you do anything today that would benefit somebody else? Not for you. Did something to benefit somebody else. Did you even stop and say hi to somebody as they passed you on the street, in the office building? Did you make someone smile today? One of the easiest things to do. And that is, let them know you think about them and how they feel, how their family is. You know, that lets you know how it is. So, those are little things that make people's life interesting, happier, makes your life happier. Because the more happiness you surround around you, the better off you're going to be. Because if you surround yourself with people that are smiling, with people that are happy, with people that are loving, with people that are caring, do you realize that's the way your life will be? Seriously. That is the way your life will be. Because it's contagious. Exactly. Contagious. Whatever your mind can conceive, your body will follow. If you stay happy, your body will stay happy and healthier. If you stay sad, your body will stay sad and decompose. Think about it. Run it through your mind. And then isn't it easier? I mean, seriously, isn't it easier to be kind to people? I mean, it's the easiest thing in the world to do. Isn't it easier to respect people? Easiest thing in the world to do. All you gotta do is carry the respect for yourself. And those are ones that do not, some people say, deserve respect. They at least get the respect that you have for yourself. And that would be a lot if you respect yourself. So, try your best to run your life in harmony. Try your best to run your life with peace. And you'll find out you'll have less hassles, less headaches, less problems, and less sorrow. And I guarantee, and I'm not the Cajun cook, gee, the person has passed away and we still use his words because they emphasize so much. You know, I'm always using Mr. Rogers. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. because I'm not Mr. Rogers. But God bless his soul. So, those are things that make life interesting, doesn't it? Someone with these profound statements that stick with us and shape our life, and in return, enhance our lives. See, because we're not, as some people consider themselves, quote, and I am a self-made man, unquote. There is no such thing as a self-made man. And if you run across anybody that tells you they are a self-made person, they're lying. Let's face it. We enhance our lives off the things that we learn from other people. I think the only self-made man that could be possibly saved, well, I thought it was Adam, but nah, he wasn't self-made. God made him. So, hey, there is no self-made man. When he was a kid, somebody had to teach him how to walk, somebody had to wipe his diaper, somebody had to feed him. When he went to school, somebody had to teach him something. Might not have been much. At least they taught him something. And from that, he created his own style. But he's not self-made. So you need to enjoy the people that are around you, because that's who make you who you are. You need to get out and enjoy this world and get out of them 10, 15 block area that you run like a maze. Have you ever noticed that? Same routine every day. It's just like running a maze. The outcome is going to be the same. Well, you need to veer off into another direction. A little bit. So, on that note, I guess that's all I have to say about that. Now that brought me too close to, what's that guy name? Forrest Gump. And that's that. Well, the phone's still here. If you want to call. And that's 935-2951. I'm coming to the end of the show. I have to admit, it's been one quiet one. Haven't been a lot of hooping and hollering. And I haven't played no music. But I do thank you for letting me into your space. And I do thank you for putting up with my rambling. And I hope that one of you receives something from what I had to say. And I hope it helped you enjoy tomorrow and the rest of the day. So, under the present circumstances, as the clock is coming to the time, I have to get ready to leave you so some others can take up their time. I do thank you for being with me, and I thank you for all that you have put up with. So as my show is coming to an end, let me say this to you quick. The next show that comes on, you will enjoy immensely, especially after listening to me for 1 hour. They will enlighten your life. They're going to give you a story. They're going to take the time. They're going to act it out. They're going to make it rhyme. They're going to make it feel just like you're there. They're going to bang on the table and stomp on the floor to make the noise that you need to hear. So, in no short term, I should say goodbye. And what's the name of your show tonight?
It's still The Trial of the Devil.
Huh?
The Trial of the Devil.
Oh, for those of you who have listened to The Trial of the Devil, they're still doing it. So if you haven't heard The Trial of the Devil, listen, for God's sake. Later. Love ya. Bye.